100% of ungranulated grade A beaten sugar.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jaleesa Ayoka. If you're new here, thank you so much for stopping by. I hope that at some point in this video you do decide to subscribe, and if you do so, make sure you click that notification bell so you get notified every single time I post a video. So as you can tell by the title, today's video is going to be another makeup look, but this is going to be not my everyday makeup look, which I've already shown you guys. That's going to be linked in the iCards above. This is going to be my go-to full face. So like this is for like if I'm going to the club, if I'm going to an event, I'm going out to brunch, anything like that, where I want to wear a full beat, but I don't want to do like full-on eyeshadow, all that kind of stuff. This is my full coverage face versus what I showed you guys before was like my everyday trying to look put together face and not necessarily super full coverage. My lips look real crusty and dry, so let me go put some moisturizer on my lips and I'll be right back. Okay, so my lips look 10 times less ashy. Okay, so I've already did my skincare and all of that, so excuse me, I'm gonna go straight in with my brows. And when I'm doing a full face, I do my brows a little bit different than how I did them when it was just an everyday brow. So I use 2 brow products instead of 1. The 2 brow products that I use are both from the drugstore. So this is the e.l.f. brow pencil, and this is in the color deep brown. So this is this one. It's a thicker I don't know if you guys can see that. I don't know how good my focus is. I know you can see it if I do that. Okay, it's a thicker brow pencil. And then we have the ColourPop Brow Boss, and this is an ash brown, and this is a lot thinner than the e.l.f. one. So what I do is I use the ColourPop brow pencil to fill in the front of my brow and outline the outside, and then I go in with the e.l.f. brow product to really darken up the tail end of my brow. So that's what I'm gonna do. Yo, my brow hairs are so freaking unruly. It's really a struggle. I know I got naturally curly hair, but Jesus, the brows didn't have to be this curly. As you can see, it's just a nice thin line. It's nothing too crazy. But I find with this product, I'm able to bring it all the way to the front and it not look too harsh. And now I'm just gonna brush it through with the spoolie. So that's what it looks like with just the Brow Boss by ColourPop. So now I take the e.l.f. brow pencil, and what I do is from like right here in my eye, I outline it. I outline the top a little bit, and then I really just focus on filling in that tail end of my brow, because this brow pencil is darker than the other one. So I don't think it suits the front of my brow, but it definitely gives me what I want on the end of my brow. So as you can see, that looks a lot darker. Don't mind the shape. It's not perfect. We're gonna clean that up. So now that we're done with that, I like to go in with my concealer. And the concealer that I've been loving lately is the e.l.f. 16-Hour Camo Concealer. And this is in the color Deep Cinnamon. I like to go in and just shape them up. So this is the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Primer. And this is in the color 410. And I use this on the top part of my brow because it's closer to my skin tone. Just like this. Now that we're done with the eyebrows, what I would do in this moment is go in with my foundation. And the foundation that I'm going to be using today is the one I normally reach for, which is my Fenty Beauty Pro Filter foundation. And this is the long wear one, not the moisturizing one or hydrating one, in 420. You guys can't see that, it's too light. And I'm going to go in with 2 pumps of this foundation at first. And I'm going to go in with this old concealer brush that I have, which works perfect for doing this. which really helps you to spread the foundation evenly versus like dotting it on. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go in with a flat top brush, which is what I like to use to blend out my foundation. It looks like this. I like to go in with one of these to blend out my foundation, just to get it all over the face. I find I used to just dip my brush in my foundation and then pat it on my face, but lately I found that doing that technique where you just spread it all over your face with like a smaller brush works really, really good. So I've been doing that as of late. The 2 pumps look good, but I think I need another pump. So what I do is I take it, I pump it on the back of my hand, just the 1 more pump. Go in with my concealer brush again. And we're gonna apply that to the areas where I need more coverage, which is always gonna be my cheeks. That's just the case. And right here on my nose, this is where my glasses sit, and I tend to get darkness right there. Have a little extra. I'm gonna cover the mustache. Yeah. My forehead, you can put more on there, but I'm not too crazy about overdoing my forehead because a lot of concealer goes up there, as well as bronzer and contour. So eventually, when it's all said and done, you can barely see anything up there. And I completely forgot to apply any type of primer, which is not like me at all. What is happening? So I have the hyaluronics, but this is not even. So I have the hyaluronic acid setting spray from ColourPop, but that's not even mattifying, so hopefully that just helps to prime it a little better. So the primer that I like to use is the Revlon Photo Ready primer. You guys have seen it in like every single makeup video ever because it's my favorite primer. I've used this one, which is the Photo Ready Pore Reducing Primer, and then there's another one which is the Photo Ready Pore Perfecting Primer, if I'm not mistaken. There's one that's pink like this one, and then there's one that is also a white color. Both great primers. I can't believe I forgot to put on primer. Anyway, we can't do anything about it now. So now I'm going to go in with my Fenty Beauty. Actually, I'm going to go in with a little bit of my e.l.f. Camo Concealer. Again, this is a step I normally do after my primer. I just skip right to foundation. I don't know what's going on today. So I normally just put this here, especially where it's super dark, because this has a lot of orange tint to it. So any extremely dark marks that I have, it does a good job of covering it up. But I normally like to put foundation over it and not put it over foundation. But here we are, so we move. I'm gonna go in with my Fenty Beauty concealer that I use to clean up my top part of my brow. And we're just gonna place this under my eye, because this is what I use to highlight. Down the bridge of my nose. I can never do this line straight, but it doesn't have to be straight. Right here. Center of my chin. And last but not least, the center of my forehead. And we're gonna let that sit. And while that's sitting, we're gonna apply our contour, our cream contour. And what I like to use is the Fenty Beauty Matchstick, and this one is in Espresso. Here, you know, just curve it a little bit just to give you the cheek. All right, and then we're gonna do here, 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 here. I don't go right here because I find that with short hair, for some reason, that just makes the makeup look very masky on me. But I definitely go here, right underneath the chin, and I go right underneath the lip, which I always forget to blend out. And lately I've been doing my nose as well, so I do right here. And then I try to go down the sides, right in here. Nothing too crazy. Because my nose is wide. And I like to keep it that way. We're not trying to change the shape of our nose. We're just trying to accentuate our nose. So that dries down so much faster than the concealer. It is ridiculous. So I like to go in with this brush. And this brush is the Fenty Beauty 190 bronzer brush. For some reason, I got this brush when I got Mocha Mami. But this brush does really good at blending out this stick. I don't know why my battery is playing with me right now because it's beeping and I know it better not. So we're going to keep going because I charged all 3 batteries to full capacity and I just started recording. So I don't know what it's going on about, but it better relax itself. You see, like, it blended that out so quick and so nice. So I love using this to blend out my contour. But now we like to go in with our sponge. I use my sponge to blend out my concealers. I'm just gonna go in with the chin first. This battery is really blinking and it's really pissing me off. So I like to make sure that I blend this contour into my hairline just to make sure we don't get that whole mask effect going. If you're hearing noise in the background, that's my brother because he's just rude. What I go in with next is my loose setting powder to set underneath my eye. So I just pour some in the cap and I just set everywhere else that I apply my highlight by pushing it into the skin. And we know that I forgot to prime, so definitely need this right now. I tried this the other day and I kind of liked it. So what I did was I went in with my Fenty Beauty Pro Filter powder. And this one is in the color Banana. It is very light, but it has a very nice yellow undertone, which I have yellow undertones. So we're going to tap some of that. Okay, we're going to spill some of that because that's what I just did. We're going to tap some of that into the cap. We're going to dip the sponge into it, blow off the excess. We're just going to put that right underneath the eye. Just to brighten it up a little bit. I kind of like this. I'm not completely sold on it yet, so you guys let me know if you like the brighter powder on top, the more skin tone friendly powder. What do you guys think? I go in and I set the rest of my face, and to set the rest of my face, I use the Black Radiance pressed powder, and this is in the color or the shade Cafe. And I go in with a fluffy brush like this. Get the brush nice and full of powder. Tap off the excess, and we're gonna just pat this into the skin where I didn't place that powder. And then I go in and I use it just a little bit, pat off the excess, and I pat even over where I place everything, just so that nothing's too bright and it doesn't look too flashbacky. So now that that is done, and now I go in and I go into my contour palette. So the contour palette that I use is by Black Radiance, and it's their contour palette in deep to dark, and I use this color in the middle. Truth be told, I can definitely just buy this is dark to deep. They have a medium to dark, and that palette I think I can go with. So I go in with the middle color, which is the sculpting color. This stuff is pigmented, okay? So I go in with that, and where I place my contour, I push it into my skin, and I flick it up just the same way that I did the contour when I first applied it. So push it in, and I flick it up. You can think of this more like bronzing, because I'm not like, it's not as sculpted. I don't know how to explain it. It's not super sharp, I don't think. So this color is not as red as the Mocha Mami bronzer, but I do go put that on top just to give me like kind of like a, not really a blush, but a little bit of a blush, because I don't really wear blush because I haven't found some that I liked, or haven't tried some that I liked, and due to how the world's at right now, I can't order from those companies for, you know, for good reason. And then for my nose, I like to go in with a fluffy bending brush. I'm gonna go in with one that looks, okay, that's not a good thing, one that looks like this. And then we're just going to definitely dust off the excess, because this can get a little too dark. And come down from the eyebrow, right down to the, just where my nose naturally creases, or it has shape when I don't have on like foundation and concealer on top of it. So come down from the eyebrow right in here, and just right there. And then I get right in here on the bottom of my nose. As you can see, we're not creating that like too sharp line. No, I don't like that look at all. So, and then I get the corners. I got the corners part from Savannah Silver here on YouTube. When she did that to her nose, I was like, oh yes. It just brings your nose back out, you know? Because concealer and foundation definitely like pushes it into your face. Okay. And then, like I said, I like to go in with the Mocha Mami bronzer. So we're going to do that. And for that, I like to use a brush like this. So like a powder kind of brush, but like a small powder brush. And this is very pigmented as well, especially once it's warmed up. So I just go in, just kind of like a blush. Really, I kind of use this like a blush. As you can see how that made my cheek area so much more red? Yeah. So I use this like a blush pretty much. It's like a blush bronzer combination. And then I like to put it on my nose. I think that looks so cute. And right on the very tip of my nose. Where else? That's pretty much it. And maybe like around here. I go back in with my Black Radiance contour palette. And I go in with the highlighter that's in the palette, which is this color right here. I swirl my brush in that. And it's a nice mirror. And then, let's see. So right in here is where I place it. I have textured skin, so I try not to place too much. Just like that. And I love doing my nose, so you will always see me do my nose. I love doing that. Right in here. And this is very pigmented, so this is all like one swatch. And you can see I'm very highlighted. Let's get my chin. And I love doing my Cupid's bow. And now that that is done, I'll definitely spray my face. But what I've been liking to do is spray my sponge like this. Like that. And then pat that all over my face to kind of lock it in. Lock it in. This is the same thing I used when I sprayed my face after I put on my foundation. Because we forgot to prime. I'll just put this pretty much everywhere. Just to give everything a nice little 1-2 blend together. So for the eyes, honestly what I would do is, if I'm not feeling eyeshadow that day, which is normally most days, I go in with that same Black Radiance palette. I'm telling you, I use this a lot. So I go in with the darker color, that's that contour color, sorry. It's this color right here. And I go in with that, and I kind of contour my eye. So I go in the outer corner of my eye, and I place that color. Like place it right on that outer crease area. And once it's all there, then I'll go in and I'll start blending it inward a little bit, but mainly focusing it right there on that outer crease area. And then sometimes I would go in with the Mocha Mami bronzer just to bronze that up so it's not too, because that's a very cool tone color. And just bronze it up. Or you can even do this first and then go in with that, what I just did there just now. Whichever way you find is easier. And then for the eyelids, we're going to set this with like, I want to set it with like a face powder color. Let's see. I have one palette out here. This is not, I could use, this palette is new, so technically this is not like my go-to. But you see this color right here, like this color right here? That's a good color to put on the lid when you're trying to keep it neutral. So what I'm going to do, this is the, this is the Carrot Beauty Brown Sugar palette. And this is the color I'm going to be using right here. And I believe this is called Caramel. Yep. So I'm just going to dab my brush into this, tap out the excess, and just pat that over the lid. Now this brush has some glitter leftovers on it from the last time I used this palette. Oh, it looks glittery. That's not what I'm trying to go for. I'm trying to go matte. Okay, whatever. You get the idea. If it wasn't for that little bit of glitter that's on here, it would be matte. What I did to one eye, now I gotta do to others. Now I gotta dab into that color and put it on top. And then when it comes to lashes and eyeliner and stuff, I honestly hate putting on lashes. I have to be really in the mood, so majority of the time I don't put them on. So when I don't put on lashes, or even when I put on lashes, I go in with my Black Radiance Eye Peel liner. This is like a kohl liner. So I get that bottom lash line. And then on the top, I like to go on the lash line. Just like right here. It doesn't have to be perfect because we're going to smudge this out. And then what I do is I get my smudger brush. If you don't know what a smudger brush is, here it is. This is what a smudger brush looks like. It's like flat like that. You can even find one smaller than the one that I have. And then what I do is that Black Radiance palette. She's coming back out again. I'm telling you, this palette gets a lot of use when I'm trying to rush and do my makeup. So for the Black Radiance palette, I go in with that contour color. So this, hold on. This deep dark color again. And we're going to use that to smudge out this eyeliner. So I like to smudge the bottom out. Which is very difficult. It's not difficult, but with my eyes like to water fast, okay? Dip into it again. Same thing on the eyelid. I'm just gonna smudge it out. I love doing this. I don't know why I love doing this. I just love smoky eyeliner. Second last but not least, I go in with my mascara, and I love this mascara right now. It's my favorite mascara. It's the Last Sensational Luscious Effect Ultra. Wait, oh sorry, I'm reading the front side. Okay, so now the mascara is on, and yeah. Then we like to go in and we like to work on these brows because my brows are unruly, like I said. So I push them up at the spoolie again. And then I go in with a brow gel. And the brow gel that I'm going to be using today, and this is by ColourPop. And this is just their clear, it's their Brow Boss gel. So this, I got this when I got the brow pencil, and you just push this up. You just use this to pretty much brush gel on your unruly eyebrows. So there's two type of lips that I wear when I go out. I either wear some kind of nude lip combo like this, or just this brown lipstick. I love this brown lipstick. It's the Tarte lip paint in Grunge. Whew. And then I have Bestie as well, and I have a whole bunch of nude colored lipsticks, like matte lipsticks. And then, or I like to go in with my LeMay Cosmetics. In my last video on my Instagram. If you're not following me on Instagram, make sure you do so, because sometimes I post content on there that is specific just to Instagram. YouTube doesn't get it. So in my last Instagram video, my last Instagram video, I did that lip combo, so you can go over there and check it out if you want to see that lip combo. But on most nights, especially like if I'm going out and stuff and I don't want like to have to redo a lip combo, after like if I have a drink or something, gloss is always a go-to. So this gloss is from LeMay Cosmetics. Like, LeMay Cosmetics is my my cosmetics company, and this is in our gloss in Diamond Body. It doesn't have a label on it because this is one of the testers, and as you can see, I've been using this for like 3 or 4 months now, and I'm now at the halfway point. This does have a little bit of mixing of our other gloss in here, because I used something pink and now it has like pink in it, but it's not that pink. It's more like a iridescent white gloss. But we move, and it has a mirror on it, which is super perfect. So I just like to use this. This is like perfect to take out, because like you can put your gloss on, you standing by the bar. You can put your gloss on anywhere, and you don't have to just, because I'm good at going and going like this and not caring. With this one, you can actually see what you gotta do. Make sure your gloss isn't over your lip, hitting your little mustache area. You get the corners nice and good, and you're good to go. So this is the gloss that I wear either I've worn this gloss on a daily basis, or I wear it when I'm going out because it's just so easy to put on. We have a couple other colors that I sometimes go through and flip through, but that one is the one that's like always in my purse, always in my bag. But this is pretty much my go-to face. But let me do my hair, because this is not a cute hair. So guys, this is the final makeup look. As you can tell, we are very full face and beat, and we feel cute. We wish we could go outside just so somebody could just admire all this cuteness. So we're just gonna post it on social media, because that's where everybody is anyway. Yeah guys, so this is my basic full face. Put on my earrings and stuff like that. You guys saw me put on my gloss, and this is my go-to look. If you see me out, most likely those list of products is what I use to get myself together and stuff like that. That highlight is that highlight popping. Anyway, I want to thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed today's video, make sure you give it a If you enjoyed today's video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Also, make sure you click that subscribe button and turn on that notification bell so you get notified every single time I post a video. Don't forget to tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend about my YouTube channel. You guys have done such a great job of that so far, because you're already at 3K subscribers. The next step is 4K, then 5K, then 1 million. You know how it goes. Yeah, so yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next one. Bye guys.